How's it going, guys? My name is Derek Craig here with Oil Field Basics. We're here at Merida College's Oil and Gas Technical Exhibition 2018. It's our second annual one. And I'm here with Scott Gillespie here with Harbors and Fisher. And he's going to walk us through this amazing model here that we have on display that's just showing the basic operations of how a rod lift or pump jack system works and how it lifts the fluid to surface. So Scott, you want to walk us through it?
Okay. For instance, this would actually be a clear version of what a pump would actually look like.
And this is all the way down in your formation,
yeah,
right?
this would actually be seated,
not near this close
seated in the tubing in a seating nipple down inside the tubing.
Okay.
You would actually have, this is your plunger here, this would be your pump barrel. You'd actually have a cage here with a valve in it. This would be your traveling valve. And then you actually have another valve here seated in the seating nipple, which would be your standing valve. Mm-hmm. And on the startup of the actual unit, the traveling valve ball opens, comes off a seat, opens and lets you go downwards. You're actually grabbing a scoop of fluid and lifting it to the surface. Mm-hmm. So the balls and seats actually work in conjunction with each other. When one of them's open, the other one's closed, then the other one opens and the other one closes, and you're basically just repeating the cycle and actually bringing that fluid back up into the pump chamber and actually lifting that column of fluid to the surface.
Okay, and the fluid travels through your tubing?
Through your tubing,
the way to the surface, right?
Up to the tank batteries on surface.
Gotcha.
This is actually a single valve version. There's only one valve on the traveling valve, one on the standing valve. We can actually double valve those.
Okay, and the benefit to double valving is?
Just kind of a backup, kind of a security type thing. This valve, because if one of these valves, if a piece of sand or particulate gets trapped up under it and it actually can't seat, it won't work. So,
gotcha.
There's a chance you could actually have to pull tubing and to get, or actually pull the pump to actually retrieve it and fix the problem. So,
very cool. And is there any type of particular problems that you can show us that are common with pump jack wells with this model?
What we like to see is actually pumping long, slow strokes.
Okay.
A lot of people have a tendency to go in and over pump their wells. We want to actually just pump the amount of fluid that the formation's actually given up. Okay. If you over pump your wells, you can create some problems and issues, especially that's when it gives time for the particulates to settle in down on your pumps, and sand is a big issue on shutdown periods and things like that. So we try to pump them long and slow strokes.
And it also helps with better efficiency,
It helps
right?
better efficiency also. As you can see, the fluid, everything's moving kind of nice and slow, and everything's, if you start to speed it up and over pump it, you'll see what happens. You're actually introducing a bunch of agitation and a bunch of things into the actual, where you're not getting, and then eventually you'll get to where you're not getting full fillage on your chamber here. And then when it does come down, you're actually going to smack that fluid and create what they call fluid pound.
Okay.
So the longer the slower strokes, the better efficiency you'll actually get. And then as I speed it up again, you can kind of see what happens.
And can you talk a little bit about the wear that this causes on a system?
What's that?
The wear that this causes on a system if you're pumping too fast?
Yeah, if you're pumping too fast, especially if you get this void in here, that shock wave when that actual valve hits that fluid, it's actually, you can actually tell when a pump is doing that because you can actually feel it clear into the bridle. You'll actually go out to a pump jack, and if the bridle you can hear it kind of a slam down, and then you hear it
wiggle around,
you'll know it's actually pounding fluid.
Okay. Very cool.
So,
all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
There's a couple great key terminologies for students or anybody in the industry about rod lift. And so thank you for your time, and we appreciate the model.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.